Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. What's up, Cold Dog Love, Catherine, Malice Coltrane, Weaselbox, Noir will be here shortly. Um, we made it a point to try to start on time today. By the way, yes, it is Bandcamp Friday. What's up, Matt Z? What is up, you guys? Paul, hello. So last stream we asked you guys what would be a good send off. And I don't remember exactly who said this, but someone said that a good send off could be see you later, oscillators. And I don't remember who said it, but I really think that might be the send off that we start using. Can anybody like remind me who said that?
That was a good one. See you later, oscillators. Yeah, I forgot. I
Yes,
was supposed to
yes.
make something for that. Okay, I'll make
I'll
something for that next week. Back on the
next week. It'll be
regular
good.
stream. Look, everybody, look at Autumn Studio. See how it's coming together.
Oh,
It's
dude,
almost there, y'all. Let's give it a round of applause.
thank you. It's a studio. It's mostly Baby G's playroom, and I get like a little corner that's gated off. As you can see, this gate is like, don't come here. But it's still something. So it's all good.
It's either, here's the thing. This is the funny thing, Autumn. It's like the projects meme. It's either the gate is up to keep Baby G out, or Baby G put the gate up to keep you in. What? Which one is it? Which one is it?
I know.
That's right. See you later, oscillator.
Yeah,
So
who said that? Who like came up with that?
it keeps her gear caged in. That's right.
Gear caged in, yes.
It's actually it's just for the baby. Everybody else can just come and take things, but Baby G, no. Ooh, okay. So random. I thought about it like this week, and there's a reason why I made the stream, the happy hour stream. I thought like every other week should really serve you guys to have like a discussion, because a lot of times I like make an agenda and nobody participates. So realistically, I just thought, should just be every other week a stream for everybody, mainly because gear is so boring, and I think y'all always have the better ideas. The chat is the ultimate third co-host of the stream, so let's just let's just talk about something.
Let's just chill. Let's just vibe. Maybe one of you guys will hop on. What's up? Ada Lundy is probably butchering your name.
I love this picture.
Yeah, that picture's really cool. Is it like a witch?
It's like a witch with like ghost cats. Oh my goodness, that's so cool.
The colors.
I love it.
Very nice.
I love it.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here.
What's going on, everybody? Catherine, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What is up, you guys?
And what's up, viral? What's going on, viral beats? So yeah, this is the week for you guys. We'll be back to normal stuff next week, but there's nothing this week. There's no around the web. There's no riddle of the day. So let's first off, what does Autumn want to talk about, y'all? What is Autumn? Where's she at? What's she thinking about? What is she?
Oh man, I wish you would have like prepared me for this. Nothing much, man. I've really been trying to declutter my space. That's a huge thing. And it's so hard. I don't know if you guys deal with this too, but there's things that I just 100% don't use, or things that like doubles of thing. Like I have multiple MIDI keyboards, and part of the reason I have multiple MIDI keyboards is because I've created like reviews and stuff, and for whatever reason it's so hard for me to like let go of like a MIDI keyboard. It's like, it's so ridiculous. I just need to sell some. I don't know.
Let's not talk about wait, what the heck is it showing? Oh, this is like the SB404. Well, if it was placed more this way, there we go. There's a bunch of random things down here that are doubles of lots of other things. So I thought it was better. But anyway, sorry, everybody. It's very rock and rolly. We will return with a riddle of the week next week. Riddle, Weaselbox, don't you worry.
I think they want a riddle. Should I look for a riddle?
Yes. Search for a riddle.
I'll search for a riddle, or chat if you have a riddle.
Autumn go
Oh,
modular.
you know what? I think I have one. I do have a riddle for you guys that you probably have heard before. Okay,
Okay.
so I might butcher this riddle because I'm going from memory, but it's what is greater than God, more evil than the devil, the rich, no, the poor have it, the rich need it, and if you eat it, you die. What is it?
I feel like I've heard this, but it's first. Oh yeah, and I also have something to run by you, Chad, because this is something interesting. Nothing.
Ooh, Catherine's got it. That was
Is
fast.
that it?
That's it. Nothing. Greater than God,
Oh.
more evil than the devil. The poor have it, the rich need it. If you eat it, you die.
Ah, look at this.
Taco Bell.
Do I have my laugh? Oh, I don't have a laugh thing. Okay. Well, I'm gonna add a laugh sound effect. There's gonna be a lot of added things. Oh my goodness.
Destructo, my ex-wife's cooling. What?
Wow.
What?
Wow. I I don't know.
Ableton?
Oh, cooking. No, he said cooking. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I didn't understand. I was like, what does that mean?
Oh, yeah, that's actually it. What's up, Churchill? What's going on? Um,
Ableton.
I on the show next week. I think this is like the service of others show. Also, a lot of stuff that is to talk about this week is honestly probably like it's so drama based, like, but we don't want to talk about that.
I stay away from the dude. I don't know what's going on with the whole drama stuff. I'm so detached
Oh,
from
that's
all of
funny.
that.
Uli, Uli Behringer. I mean, you know, Uli Behringer. What do they say? He's like the Cenobites. He's like what is it? Evil to some, like angel. Yeah. It's like angels to some, demons to others. That's Uli Behringer. Um,
Mm.
yeah, there's some drama with like Colt Caparoon, and he gets mad at people, and old man uh, Barry Johns makes videos, and people
Oh,
whatever.
interesting.
Just like also there's a lot of I think I've really noticed that there's a lot of mental health like issues like in the whole YouTube community, and a lot of people act like they don't care, right? They do this thing where they say like I don't care and I don't read the comments, but they're those people who like heavily will make a video ranting about
Yeah,
people, and I'm like,
you
I
know,
think not well.
that's actually a great topic. I actually have another question, so I hope I don't
Mhm.
forget it before. But since we're on this topic, chat, have you guys either like maybe this is too deep of a question, but like, have you guys read a book or discovered like have like a resource for coping with like stress and anxiety? That's such a weird
Mm,
question. But like I saw this
mm,
book called like Mastering Your Emotions or something like that. I
mm,
haven't read it yet, but I've been looking into stuff like that. There's another one that's like 23 ways to cope with anxiety or whatever stuff like that. But I've just like wondered how like reading like how effective like reading a book like that is as opposed to like taking like therapy or something, like
mm.
is it probably not as good, but I'm just kind of curious.
Well, as someone who has tried so many different things over the years, because I feel like it always changes, right? Like Autumn, like the battle for internal peace and like mental health is so
Mhm.
ever changing. It feels like this
Right.
crazy journey that things I tell people all the time this. I always know when I'm off of mental health, like I'll just call it mental health perfection. I'm off of mental health perfection when random things start happening, but I'm always trying to catch it super early. So if I don't go to the gym,
Yeah.
if I don't cook food for myself, that's a big one. If I notice that I'm eating out a lot, that's a big sign of like mental health thing. Or
Right.
if I'm buying a lot of gear, and that doesn't just mean music gear. That means I could be buying camera stuff. I could be buying just knickknacks, right? And if I notice that for like a couple weeks, like a period of time, or if I'm surfing eBay a lot, or I always know something's wrong. Um, but I don't know actually what I think the fix is always like ever changing. I think like 5 years ago, I went to a therapist, and that was really what I needed to sort
Mm-hmm.
of find some techniques. But yeah, if you guys have any books or any suggestions, you know,
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, I'm just curious, because I don't know. I'm just curious to know if anyone has found something that's like, hey, like this, like really helps. I think a couple of people actually have said in the chat what helps. Weaselbox said meditation, breathing
mm,
techniques. That's something that I really need
that's
to
big
like. Yeah, I need to like be more open to stuff like that because I feel like it seems there's like a part of my brain that's like, oh, that seems too simple, but it's like just freaking try it, dude. Like so I really need to like actually give that a shot. And then Catherine says, just open a Google Doc, date it, and force yourself to write. I
also
100
true.
I 100% agree. Like that is a proven way to like help run through your or to help kind of make sense of your thoughts and stuff. And it's cathartic. Writing's cathartic.
For sure. Weaselbox, 100%. I do like, I'm not even saying I do heavy breathing techniques, but I will say when anything starts to be like an anxiety, anxious thing, I am definitely first one to do slow, like deep breaths. And it just kind of, it somehow like resets you or gives you time. I don't know what exactly why, but 100%. I agree. And also eBay is 100% red flag. Yes. I know this. I'm honest. I think, and I know people constantly make the video about like why buying gear is bad and all the gas and blah blah blah. But honestly, it to me, it's just retail therapy. It is no different
Mm.
from any other mental health issue. It's not, ooh, I just wanted a piece of gear. For many, many people, I'm gonna say the majority, it is like it's just retail therapy. It is a cope. Um, because it doesn't make logical sense. And I know not everything has to make logical sense, but people go into debt over this stuff. So
I mean, no, it's true. A lot of people, like I know somebody that shopping like is their therapy. It's a very real thing. It's almost a way to like distract yourself from dealing with like what you're feeling. New Year era crisis. Oh, Trader to the Living says, music is my therapy. Listening and playing used to be
100%.
skateboarding. I mean, that's
Oh, that's
awesome.
awesome.
So, like, music, I think for all, I mean, I don't want to speak for all of us, but I think for a lot of us, making music or listening to music has been like a way to either kind of forget what we're thinking about or kind of like match what we're thinking about. And therefore, like, it feels good. Uh, but I think I'm to a point where I want to figure out some coping mechanisms that I can access when like in the moment when I'm feeling anxious, not like, oh, I'm gonna go home today and play music because that was 100%. That was my go-to for the longest time.
Yeah. Yeah, Mixed Master, 100%. Do as I say, not as I do. I would tell anyone, like, I know it's a crazy, like, full circle moment, maybe because, in there's something that goes on with a person who always wanted something, and that something cost money, especially when you're a kid, right? And I always tell the story. When I was a teenager, the thing I wanted more than anything was uh, a Moog Little Fatty. I always wanted a Moog Little Fatty, and I know it sounds crazy because it's a weird thing to think, but I don't even know how old I was. Maybe like 15. I saw that it cost $1,500 at Guitar Center, and I remember saying at the Guitar Center that day, I'll never be able to afford a Moog Little Fatty.
Mm.
Now at this point, I have bought the Moog Little Fatty twice over. Uh, but you know what the thing was? It never. There's always something else. So I don't want to get too
Yes.
much into
Mm-hmm.
gear stuff, but
That is so true.
I'll say this. I'm gonna put a video out on, I don't know what channel, probably the main channel, because whatever. But oh, you guys are gonna be so excited. You guys will be so excited. It's featuring something that I love. Again, the Tempest. I made
Ooh.
a joint in the Tempest the other day, and I had
Oh
so
my
much
gosh.
fun
That's awesome.
just sitting here making something in the Tempest. And it made me realize again, I literally sat here and said, oh my gosh, this Tempest came out 13 years ago. It's giving me the exact same feeling of the Access virus, which is it's 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 so old, but it's better than everything. Like
That's
it's
awesome.
better as like a, I know it doesn't have sampling, but that's not what I'm not really a sampler. Not a deal breaker. But I just really thought like I could sell like all of the groove boxes that I have, which is I don't know how many, a few. Um, and this 13-year-old thing still, it's the king. Um,
That's awesome. I can't wait to see
yeah,
that video and to listen to what you made.
it's I love things that are instruments, and I feel like so many things aren't instruments, and it's literally so, I forgot that all of its limitations make it why it's so great. And I've used it for years. I mean, I've owned it since 2014, so I guess more than 10 years. I've owned it for like 11 years now. And it's the hardest thing in the world, but it's like a therapeutic machine, I swear.
That is
So
awesome.
I've got to think about how to do this, you know, um, this video, but soon enough.
That's so
Soon
cool.
enough, everyone.
That's, you know what? That's a good question for the chat. Chat, what is your most therapeutic piece of gear?
Hmm,
Like just something that you play that just makes you
that's a
feel
good point.
freaking
Yeah.
good. I'm going to say, I'm
Man, if they release a new Tempest and Evolver,
going to say for me, it's the mic.
careful. I have it. I have the. Don't say. Don't say Ableton.
I,
Don't.
I said
Don't.
piece of gear. Well, I guess I could say the push.
Oh no, I heard it.
I could say the push 3. I was actually going to. Okay, no, the push 3 is awesome, not going to lie. Shout out to Ableton for making that. I can't wait to get the moves someday. Um, but I was actually going to say the micro freak. I don't know.
Mm,
I love exploring sounds, and sometimes it's not even just um
Micro Freak, let's go.
like sometimes it's not just like finishing things. It's literally just like I'm not even recording anything. I'm just like playing stuff on there, and
Mm.
it just like I don't know what it is. It's a feeling. But I'm curious to know what piece of gear does that for you guys. Um
Yes, the
okay,
virus is the answer, Mixmaster. Go, well, here's what I say: sell everything and just buy. I mean, I'm not going to sell my Prophet 6. Also, if you have a Prophet 6, Peter Dyer put out a new patch, like a patch bank for the Prophet 6. So if you want like I don't know, I think it's like 100 sounds or something of the Prophet 6 for like whatever, Peter Dyer did it. So shout out to Peter Dyer. Um, let's see. I'm seeing people say Nord Stage 4 and all my
nice.
Moogs. What's up, DJ Wojtek? What's
Cool,
going on?
cool.
Um, oh, come on. Prophet 10 and Osmos.
That's
That,
awesome.
that's yummy.
Very cool.
JX8P. Ooh, Paul Miller coming with that Oski
Mhm.
Woski JX8P. You know what? Underrated. Underrated Paul Miller. Someone needs to touch back in on the JX8P. It's not sexy like the 3P. It's not sexy like the 106. But yeah, someone needs to come back to that one. Very nice. Nice choice.
Nice, nice. Sony's music
Mm,
says honestly the SP404 is giving me life right now.
mm,
That's so important, man.
I
That
know. I need
feeling.
to.
Oh, if dot says the 404 Mark II is like that for me right now. Just love the vibe of the effects.
I Oh yeah, we need an SP404 Mark II jam session. You know what? That would be sick. I'm
That would be
still
sick.
really, I know we talked about this before, Autumn, but I'm really wanting to find a way to connect a lot of people with like low latency on some sort of a like music jamming connection thing. I mean, I don't know who
Yes.
mentioned this recently in a video.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was Bo. So shout out to Bo Beats, but he mentioned that, and he's not. I don't think he's wrong. He mentioned that a lot of people like synths and that whole thing. It's not really like a very community friendly thing. Like it's very like a lot of people are lonely who like get into this
Mm,
world, and
yeah.
I think that's sometimes a hard part for me and a little bit of like a disconnect. Whereas like yes, I love music and gear and stuff, but like really like especially when I hang out with my musician friends and stuff, like I'm trying to be out here like out in the world, like hanging out with people, like collabing. I was
Right.
in bands and producing like albums when I was younger, so it was always people around. I never really, yes, I make music alone now, but I like to be in the studio, and we were in the studio together, Autumn. I
Mhm.
really thrive with other people, other musicians who are good and talented. And I don't think a lot of people do. So I'm not saying they don't thrive. I'm saying they don't get out in that way. They're even introverted in their music creation ways. Whereas I'm like, I want to have a bunch of other like musicians like around me like that. That's where I feel I love it.
That's so special, and I actually really love that about you. That's because like I feel like you are the friend that will get the introvert, like the extroverted music person that will get the introverted person out. You know what I mean? Kind of, like
Yeah.
kind of. It's just it's really cool. I'm curious about the chat. Chat, are you like more of like an introverted, like you kind of just want to do it on your own? Are you extroverted? You feed off of other musicians type of thing. I'm curious what you guys think. Are you like more of introvert or extrovert when it comes to your music making?
Synth Samurai, extrovert. Let's go.
Synth
Clap it up
Samurai,
for
what
Synth
is
Samurai in
up?
the chat. What's
Shout
going
out to
on?
Synth Samurai. Yes. We,
Thank you for coming.
yes. We love Synth Samurai. You are such a vibe, dude. You are literally awesome.
We love it. We love it.
Yes.
Sensational.
Heck yeah, man.
Synth Samurai did say, he said some people sell gear to get rid of or cope with anxiety, then later regret it. I mean, shoot.
It's true.
I'm trying to think. Oh man, did we do that yet? Has that been a question of the day? What have you sold
And then
that
regretted
you
selling.
regret? Man, I don't know if we did, but let's do it real quick. Unless you were going to say something, Autumn. I think you were leading into something.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, let's do that. Everyone, and no jokes, no jokes. Put the one thing in the chat that you like. Um, the one thing, okay, one that you regret
Selling.
selling, or the thing that you did sell and bought back. If
Okay.
me and Anna might have to think about,
We'll
I
have
have
to
to think about this.
while we are thinking about it, we got Malice Coltrane that said, "I'm an introvert slash extrovert hybrid." Okay. Nice, nice. Viral Beat says introverted when producing, extroverted when it's time to perform and jam. Ooh,
Bauer
got
Beat's very extroverted when I meet him at Nam.
nice,
Way more
nice.
extroverted than me. I love it. I love it.
And then if dot says,
Shout out, Lil Tussin. I watched the stream last night. Oh yeah, shoot. That's what I
"Oh,
was gonna bring up. Shout out. Thank you, Viral, for coming in so I can say something real quick. Viral Beats got a I was about to say something crazy.
what? Oh my
I was
gosh,
about to say Viral Beats got a load last night, a fat load. But what I mean is he got a lot of gear in a box last night, and I watched the video. That's what happened.
nice. That's awesome.
He got like a MPC, um, a plus, a red one. He got a new set of headphones. He got a new interface. I
A
just wanted
red.
to know
He
why.
got a
Is that for
red
Lil
one.
Tussin? Yeah. No, boo.
Woo! Good job.
We want the retro
I
one.
like the red. I'm sorry, I like the red. If Dot says I've found it really hard to figure out how to play with other people well. I think I'd have to have like a safe space type of jam place to go like for months before I'd be passable at it.
I think you under say sell your own talent, if thoughts. I mean, just because I know you doesn't mean that I also can't be like critical of like people's music and things like that, which I if people wanted me to actually be honest with them about things, I think a lot of times I hear what people can't hear, which is I have no attachment to the music, but as a musician, I think of things that could be better. But also, I listen to it as a total subjective person. Meaning, first off, so I listen to your music, as you know, and yeah, you don't undersell yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Don't undersell yourself.
Okay. Did we get
Um,
any for the second question? What was that one that you asked? What's something that you sold
yeah,
and
I
then
saw something and
regretted?
I messed up. Okay. Um, Here we go. Oh, Lifeforms SV1. I still have mine. I don't use it. I haven't used it in like 2
Hill,
years.
dude, Hillblocks View says, I regret that I haven't sold my poly and play.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Trader, straight trader, Hillbox View. You
That's
sell the
funny.
tracker, not that. Selling the Digitone. What's up, Carter? What's going on? I don't think I've seen Carter in the stream. Shout out,
Yeah.
Carter.
What is up,
New,
Carter?
a new member of the stream. Let's go! Yay! Um, let's see. Da, 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 da. Quantum. Yeah, you'll never sell the Quantum once you get it. Or actually, you'll think about selling the Quantum every day, and then you'll play it after you haven't played it for 6 months and be like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever. Um, let's see. I'm looking back. Oh, interesting. Moger Foger Low Pass. That's a classic. A white one. Can't get that. Oh geez, look. Most everything I sold regret. CS80 and Jupiter 8 both sold both. Bought back.
For more
Bought both
money.
back for
Oh,
more money.
that's the
Yeah.
worst, man. Oh my gosh. I kind of feel that. I almost sold my Mini Nova like
Oof.
bef- before before I started like actually recording music. I almost sold it, and I'm so glad I didn't because I've made so much fun stuff with it.
Mini Nova is I guess I'm just like maybe I'm actually very partial to like digital sense more now as I just sort of realize like there came a time when like they got so close with the hardware digital sense to and you just had so much more like I don't know a palette was just huge on a digital synth right versus an analog that like people keep praising like analog and I keep thinking the more I've loved the virus the more I'm just like wow a good digital synth is just it's great like a good analog synth is not great like a good analog synth never becomes great it takes a great analog synth but a great analog synth is so expensive and so good
Mm-hmm.
right but a digital synth like a good digital synth can be a great digital synth just because of its vast palette of sounds. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, Matsy got the virus Snow, which I would suggest to anybody if you can find a TI Snow. Um, you don't get the hands on, but you still have all the presets, like 4,000 presets. I mean, the thing is a monster.
That's awesome. Going back to something that you said earlier, uh, about you were talking about like if you could do like a live kind of collab. Is that what you were alluding to?
Yeah. I mean, it so much comes from like going to music college and stuff. Like, I literally was forced um, to be in 4-piece ensembles since like my first day, not my
Right.
first day, but first class. You literally have a class of like play with a saxophone and a drummer and whatever four
Mm-hmm.
people are in this group, and you have to play with those people. And it just, I don't know, I love it, but
That's
I know
so
some people
cool.
weren't in that, so it can be off-putting, or they also get nervous. Whereas me, I feel like the other people constantly elevate you, like it's pushing you to be more,
You're right.
you know.
You are right because one of this very
It's funny.
talented singer that I know, she's like written for like Odessa, MGK, like
Mm.
she's done some really dope stuff. She said that one of the best ways to get better as a songwriter is to write with other songwriters that are better than you.
Yes,
So I imagine that's the same thing with like playing instruments, whether it's like, you're just on the synths or you're a guitarist or whatever, just playing with people that are better than you levels you up.
I agree. I think that that's what you want the most, I actually had this strange epiphany the other day, and I want to say something. But first, I gotta give a shout out to Rob Taylor. Rob Taylor comes through a lot, and
Rob.
that's amazing. But Rob, I have your email. Um, I was checking out your desk setup. I didn't respond to the email because I'm the worst, and you can ask Sin Samurai. I'm the worst. He's in the chat. I'm the worst to respond to emails. But um, shout out your new desk setup, which I loved checking out, and um, I'll hit you back soon. But also thank you. Autumn may be craving tacos. I don't know.
I
And
mean,
where she goes, you can
always.
actually buy multiple with the $3. So
Yeah.
shout
I
out that.
mean, I mean, get a. I'll switch it up with like a quesadilla every now and then.
What if no one is better than you?
Dude, well, you know what's okay. So the funny thing about that is like you then get to be the person,
Oh,
like
that's
you know what I mean. You then get to be the person that kind of like helps that other person level up.
yeah. It's
Which is cool. Which is it's cool. Like like it's kind of a balance.
and
You know.
also I totally want to point this out. Like Autumn, think about this. Think about this, Autumn. Now I know not everybody. Also, yes, buy Noir's album, buy the album, buy the album, buy the album. I'll just keep this on screen for now, so I don't have to
Yes,
say it.
keep it on.
Shout out Julian. Um, so if I'm just thinking of an artist. If you got to be in the studio with, let's just say, Erica Badu, right? You get to be in the studio with Erica Badu, and she's just, Erica Badu, she got some jewels on her, she got some
Mm-hmm.
gems on her. She's, she got like I don't know, something. And she just says, Autumn,
That's so
like,
funny that you
say
mention
something
her.
to me. She says, sing something to me, because she's trying to catch a vibe. You're going to bring out the best like
Yeah,
version of yourself because you're in front of Erica Badu and you know all the things that she's done.
dude,
It's just going to elevate your spirit.
it's so funny that you mentioned her because I was just listening to like I some
Listening to
person.
that
I was
Baduism.
literally just listening to some but anyways, that's it's just funny that you mentioned her.
Do you know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying? You're thinking in this way of I need to bring my greatest like self. And I think sometimes um also, yeah, you should regret that steam pipe. I've only seen one video with it. That's right, everybody. He regrets it as he would. No, I'm kidding. He's not.
it,
So I noticed something, and I think that this is that maybe there's a skill issue with a lot of things. And I don't know if people want to really admit the skill issue, but
mhm.
if I were to ask a lot of synth type people, what are like your favorite like synth songs or things like that, like things that you've always really loved to like hear or see or in a musical thing. Basically, if I ask someone their favorite songs, especially in the synth community, and I'm not making a critique, I'm just saying the music that I hear them making is almost never in the vein of their favorite music. It's consistently sometimes very sort of, I'm using this word not to judge, but just as something to try to say where I'm placing this as maybe like middle of the road, like jams,
Mhm.
right? No, maybe verse or bridge or no vocal
Yeah, like
thing. You know what I'm
no
saying?
structure kind of
No
thing.
structure, but yet their favorite songs are, songs by like, I see that Rob Taylor said like Daft Punk. Even Daft Punk songs are, I mean, these are like, sure, they're synth guys, but no, these are songs. These are pop songs, like
Right.
at the very baseline level. And I think, like, when I make music, right? When I make music, I always like, look, is it going to be as good as Flying Lotus, friend of the channel? Is this going to be as good as Flying Lotus? First off, I don't know, but I love Flying Lotus and I'm inspired by Flying Lotus things. And if I'm making a song that I feel like wants to be like Flying Lotus, I try to go as close to that as possible because I want to hear, I want to be part of what he did, you know, in a sense, right? I want to be in that vein, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
when I was like, oh, I want to hear more saxophone on records, but I can't just always have a saxophone player. I picked up a saxophone and said, I need to learn how to play saxophone somehow. But I
Oh,
don't
dude.
see this
Yeah.
consistently. I just see very middle of the road jams and people, it seems, and then they say things to sort of try to like negate. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
I think,
Why don't you hire people to play for them? That's also a thing. Why
yeah.
when I'm not as good, I literally, my friend Nick Simrad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, anyway, on tours with Empires of Sun. Um, when I was like, bro, I want a killer synth solo in the song, and I was playing my own solos, and I was like, it's not good enough. It's not fast enough. It's not. But I said, no, I need Nick. He's going to be the man. Great musician. But that was because I wanted to have a sound. I wasn't happy with just middle of the road. You know?
Right. Right. I think it helps that you have like a process. You know, like you showed us your notes that one day
Mm-hmm.
of how you had like your reference track and stuff like that. And that is a skill to be able to have just direction in general and be like, okay, like I'm
Interesting.
going to listen to this and see how this transitions to that, you know, based off of my reference track. Like, you know, things
Hmm.
like that. It's a skill to know how to structure, know how you're going to go about a song, whether it's got structure, or it's just got a certain vibe.
Hmm.
That's a skill, man. And not a lot of people learn that skill because we're kind of just told like, you know, just make music, but we forget that there's a there's rules, you know, and
Yeah.
people say like learn the rules so that you can break them.
Yeah. I, it's weird. I never think about anything other than how does something feel. And, but also, I remember the journey of sitting there and being like, okay, D minor, like D, F, A, C. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Right.
thinking of like D minor. I like that thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a D minor and then I'm going to use whatever next chord, right? An F major, right? And I'm thinking,
Right.
you know, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But now I never even think until I have to make a decision, like a theory decision.
Right.
But really, basically, I don't know why I came to this thought the other day, but really, I, I said to myself, I don't think people who are making, quote again, middle of the road synth jams, when they go on Spotify, I don't think they're listening to middle of the road synth jams. Like, I'm be very honest. I think that they're listening to The Cure, right? They're listening to The Cure something, some song, or they're listening to another band, Depeche Mode. But these are all like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe some Depeche Mode songs could be considered avant-garde or even like synth jam songs,
Right.
but mostly they're like structured pop songs, like in a way, right?
True. True. Um,
Um, I don't know. I'd like to know about.
like I'm telling you, man, it's a skill. Like okay, so there's two things. It could be that they're just like, you know what, I just want to make a synth jam. Like this is just what I want to do. Like that I'm happy with that, you know?
Oh
Or
yeah, I mean I do.
yeah, exactly. Or it could be like, hey, like I want to make like the Cure type songs or I want to make more structured songs, but I don't know how to go about it. And like I've had
Hmm.
students actually before where like I've like they you know uh they were so creative, they just didn't know how to do like a verse and like pre-chorus, chorus, you know, like they didn't it sounds like
Hmm.
it sounds simple to us or some people it comes like very simple, but it's just one of those things where it's it's something that you just need to learn, you know. For me it kind of came naturally, the song structure stuff, but
I had to learn it. I didn't know it.
yeah.
What's up, Tony? By the way, yeah, they're all listening. Corey Henry and me can't. We can't be them. Um, Alkali Six. Yeah, I actually always keep this. This is my thing, everyone. This is I had a songwriting teacher when I was when I was like
Amazing.
a kid. I'm trying to hold this back. His name was Cat Cohen. You can look up Cat Cohen. He did like a bunch of songs with, maybe that shows my privilege that I had a songwriting teacher as a kid. But anyways,
That's
um,
actually really awesome.
I wanted to learn how to make songs. You don't. I feel like you don't just pop out of the womb as a kid and like understand why things make sense. And I always wanted to understand why they made sense. When I read Ted's response here, he says sometimes we love artists because they do things we can't.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a mental block or a next level skill difference. And I 100% agree with that. And all as me, someone who was like an athlete their whole life, maybe also a lot of the reason why I always think of the people who are like Kobe always wanted to be Michael Jordan, but Kobe will never be Michael Jordan, right? But why the only way I feel that you always feel fulfilled in life is not to sort of decide like this is good enough, right? Especially in something so creative. I think the the idea to take the next step is like just part of your journey of like progressing. And I always think of, I remember starting learning the piano and I just knew, CEG. And I said, that's a triad, right? That sounds like this. And that's all I did. D, 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 D,
Mm-hmm.
D, 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 D. But then now I think about, ooh, I can play the bass or I can play saxophone or I can play keys pretty well. But like that was all sort of in sort of chase of those great people, right? And so I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm not always sure people are in the chase. Not to say you'll get there, but just you kind of at some point, right? You like want to be able to like walk alongside those people as like, oh, whatever, that's my these are just thoughts I've had, especially since I made a video all about like I think that music these days is too easy and making music doesn't make you a musician anymore.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think like we could probably all agree on that. Um, Rob Taylor says, anyone got a hack to learn to read music? I just can't get it. I think a lot of people really struggle with it. Oh, Rashida B says,
That's
rules are,
tough.
yeah. Rashida B says, rules are guidelines on a requirement. 100%. I think there's like,
Mhm.
obviously you don't need to learn the rules. I think it's helpful I think for more often than not, it's helpful to learn the rules so that you can break them. Although some people start off breaking the rules and it sounds good. I mean, it really just depends person to person.
I didn't learn anything at Berkeley. So, you know what I learned at Berkeley, Tony?
What?
I learned that a lot of people at Berkeley wanted to go to Juilliard, but they didn't get in. So, and also I learned that um, what did I learn at Berkeley? Let me think about this. I learned that most people, um, most people you meet that are homeless in and around Boylston Street are Berkeley graduates.
Dang,
Anyways,
that's
You'll
so
understand if
sad.
you were
That's so
there.
sad.
Um,
Oh my goodness. That
it was
Berkeley shade.
I know
Berkeley
it was a
shade.
wonderful time, wonderful time, wonderful time. Um, yeah, that. Oh yeah. Also, I learned that back then when I went, Berkeley was like roughly $30,000 a year. I don't know where the money came from, but it did. So, um,
FAFSA.
exactly. I was gonna say, uh, oh, this was my thing that I meant to run by the chat. Okay, so everyone knows the company Donner. Donner makes
Yes.
the B1. It's like a kind of like a 303 ish thing. I don't know. and they make the D1, which is like a drum machine. So Donna reached out to me and they were like, would you do like a video with the D1 or the B1 or whatever? And I didn't respond to them as I haven't for 5 years. But
Right.
I said, finally, I said, oh, how about I literally wrote in the email, here's my proposition. I will do a video, but you have to send me six, so three of each, three D1s and three B1s, right? And I don't want any money for the video, right? But I'm gonna give away those like in live streams and stuff for
Mm.
the next however long I have
Oh, that'd
D1s
be
and
so
B1s,
cool.
right?
Oh
So
my
that
gosh.
so what do y'all think? You know that I am clearly a YouTube hobo. So um would you guys be cool with doing a video on this channel, which would be sponsored by Donner, but really I'm not getting paid. I'm just giving away like six things. It helps me make content.
Dude, that's awesome. I love that idea.
So I don't know.
I love that
Autumn's
idea.
for it.
I'm for it. Yeah. Why
Trust
not?
me, they were definitely like, oh wow, like so maybe they will send me six. I thought it was cheaper for them if they just give me a bunch of stuff.
Right. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah, and Tony, totally. That's the thing. I could raffle them and like I don't know, I could give one out every
Mhm.
couple of weeks for the
Yes.
next like I don't know. Okay, maybe not the next year,
We
but
maybe we could figure a way to like, I don't know, either like give some away just like as like a little easy raffle or whatever, and then maybe some could be like you have to submit a song that you just
yeah, that'd
recently
be a
made
good
or
thing
something like
too.
that, you know.
That'd be a great prize. Okay. I will if they say yes, I'll come back to the chat and I will ask cuz I'll think of one way that makes sense for me. Probably like an angel gift to some random person cuz y'all know y'all be getting my stuff for free over here. But and then I'll ask for five. If they say yes, I'll ask for 5 ways and we'll take the 5 ways. Autumn can pick one and then there will be four others for you guys to pick you know, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I like that.
Synth Cave says, "Do you think it is wrong for you to make money from the content you create, e.g., getting paid by Donner to create a video? Do I think it's wrong? That would imply. I mean, I think you'd have to be more specific. I think I get where you're going at, but here's something I actually thought about more recently. I had a lot of thoughts on them. Here's another thought I had, chat. The thought I had was so many people speak about, and this is not about your comment, but it sort of leads into this. There are so many people who always will say, people who are YouTubers or shills or content creators or shills and things like that, and they will shame those people or whatever it is. I don't know. Shill has unfortunately lost all its meaning at this point on the internet, but people still get sort of hurt over those words or whatever. Here's what I have really understood. If you're making money from making content, whether you're paid by the company or not, right? Say the company does pay you, right? Well, you know what? You don't actually gain anything in the like internet streets by trying to appease people who already aren't going to do anything for you anyway, right? I'm a person who, and Autumn knows this, I have a very difficult time with finances, sponsorships, company things. Like I just don't do them because of my own personal belief system, right? But that said, if here's the difference, you can earn money from a company which can go to feeding your family or to save up for your retirement or whatever you want to use that money for, right? Or you cannot do that just so that people on the internet who want to tell you what to do will probably like it doesn't
Hmm.
actually do anything.
I kind of see what you're saying. And
Like you don't win anything for trying to be like I'm that guy. I'm the guy who
mhm.
bought everything for years, right? I'm the guy who still buys everything in the videos, right? I never gained anything from people on the internet knowing that I buy the things, putting receipts in my videos for years. I've never gained anything from all the people who say things to the effect of, "Oh, don't be a shill." You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. I've had this sort of weird epiphany of, right, like I wouldn't go back and do it any other way, but I think if I was a different person, I would see it just like that. I would say, well, these people who are calling me a shill because I do it, when I don't do it, they're actually not going to do anything positive for me at all. Like, you don't win a
Right.
prize for trying to be like the internet's most honest person, and the internet has unfortunately expressed that to us when Logan Paul went to the forest and did the dead body thing. So we've learned that. Sorry.
No, I mean that makes sense. And the follow up comment to that was, "Is it okay to make money from you creating the content that you create? I am happy for you to get paid. You bring value to us. Therefore, I am cool with you getting paid to do that." That's honestly how I feel, even like as a viewer, like when I'm watching somebody like demo a new piece of gear or somebody telling me about like this new feature in Ableton or like I feel like, hey, you're taking the time because I know it takes a long
That's what I
time.
that's how I say it's time.
Yeah, like you're taking the time is valuable. You could be doing anything else. You don't
Yeah.
have to make the video. Not to mention all of the videos that that person has probably made beforehand, which nobody's paying them to build up to
Yeah,
however many
exactly.
subscribe to, like, just to make the videos to even be able to get a sponsorship means you've probably spent like I don't even know, like just a crazy amount of hours creating
Mhm.
videos to even be at the level where you could get a sponsorship. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that in and of itself, it's like, dude, you're like, I personally don't get like offended if somebody's like, oh, like this person sent me this like synth. It's like, okay, cool. I wish I knew to me. Like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I don't get mad at like them. I'm not like, oh, I'm not gonna watch this anymore. Like I'm still gonna listen to how like to like what it sounds like, what it does. I want to know like, I want to know everything about it. And if your video is good, if you are good at your what you do, then yeah, I'll keep watching. I don't care if you make money from it or not. Like it just doesn't phase me
I
at
think
all.
that, yeah, I've separated into just entertainment, right? I'm
Yes.
either often I'm watching a video for something I already bought, and I've said that a billion times. I can watch so many camera reviews on a lens that I already bought
Right.
just because I want confirmation bias, and that's fine. Um,
True, true.
but it's entertainment to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, Tony, I do need a hug from you. I haven't had a hug from you in 2025, but
Oh, shout out
shout out Tony.
Tony.
Shout out
Oh my
Tony's.
gosh.
What is Tony to this channel? Tony's like he's like he's not even the fifth Beatle. He's literally like the second member of this channel. So let's give it up for Tony. I don't know. Tony doesn't get enough love in the channel. I don't know why. I don't know. Tony, I wouldn't be here without Tony. So let's give it up.
That's awesome.
Tony will be married by the end of this year, or else.
Okay,
Anyway.
Rob Taylor says you're worth it, Noir.
Oh,
That's the mascot.
thank you, Rob Taylor. Yeah, I saw that this was like funny because this is what I actually thought. So it's good that you put this trade to living. When I was saying, what do you get from being like the most honest YouTuber who buys all their own stuff? You gain respect, right? But like, how's that quantifiable, right? Especially in a place, and I know trade to living, we see eye to eye on a lot of things, obviously. So this is not a thing, but this is one of the thing I thought. I said, okay, so I get respect, and I think about tangibly, what do I receive for the respect? And I thought, I guess $2,000 I could have, but instead I have the respect, and that's tough because we live in the YouTube world where you have to make wild thumbnails. It's whatever. And then Ale
Catherine,
Kelly says you gain street cred, and it's like, what do I get from the street cred?
dude, read Catherine's comment. Or yeah, read what she
Yeah,
said.
perfect, exactly. Can't wait to, yeah. But I think really someone needs to have like a frank conversation about like the idea of like, this is why I think of gear in exchange for videos as like a terrible payment method, because
Yes, it is.
I don't, I'll be honest, I would, and I think I said it at some point, I would rather like do nothing than to be forced to like review a piece of gear. You know what I'm saying?
A hundred
Like,
percent. Yeah.
what is a piece of gear I would hate to do? I mean, I might be surprised, but
Hey,
I feel like there's
shout out
things.
to the Synth
Oh,
Cave.
Synth Cave. Also, yeah, shout out Synth Cave. I wasn't going off. I just thought of that. I just thought of that talking point. So shout out Synth Cave. Um, Also, way too generous in the stream, everyone. Nobody else. This is it because I'm being like way too honest? Or is it because you get synth happy hour and we actually get to talk about random
Synth
things?
happy hour.
I really
Yeah.
think it just needs to
Dude.
continue.
Very sweet. Okay, apparently landlord doesn't take respect now. Absolute hater. Alkali says, I tried paying my landlord with respect and now I haven't.
Yo, shout, is that not like a great like I don't know, equivalency, right? It's like, okay, I'm like a struggling like, let's think about it. Okay, boom. I work a regular 9 to 5 job at Taco Bell. Let's just say Taco Bell. And I love to make synth videos on the side, right? Guy makes synth videos on the side, but he wants to be the most street credit and respected person on the internet. So he keeps going to Guitar Center and randomly buying synths on his credit card just so he can make videos because he likes to make videos. Okay, he makes 10 videos and then he loses his job at Taco Bell. So, but then he's like, damn, well, what am I supposed to do? I spent all of my extra money that I could have been saving on these synths so that the internet would like respect me.
Yeah,
so he
dude.
goes to his landlord because he has no money from his job and he says,
Yeah.
dude, like, I'll pay you. Like, that I'm good for it because I'm so respected, like on the
I'm
internet
so
for buying my
honest. Like,
yes,
da-da-da.
I'm so honest. Landlord's gonna say to you like, go F yourself with
Yeah.
like whatever. So it's like, I know like people like, that's why shill means absolutely nothing anymore because
Right.
the people who were going to call you a shill will never do anything for you for being the non-shill. They just won't. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're moral of the story is that people listen, there's going to be people that care. There's going to be people that care about like, oh, this person got paid and I'm not going to watch them anymore. But then there's going to be the people that it's like that, and there's many of them in this chat. There's many people in this chat that have literally said, dude, you give us so much value, like it's okay to get paid. There's a lot of people that have said that. So I just want you to recognize that, because I agree. Especially like the channel that you've built up. You've built up a channel that's like, it just brings so much joy to people. And I think you tried people. Dude, so funny, that whole analogy. But yeah, I think you undervalue like you underestimate the value that you bring to people. I don't know, and it's okay. I think it's okay to like, it's okay to get paid. Noir. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I'm gonna try, but for now, I'm just gonna barter with the Chinese Donner company and hopefully get you guys some free synths just so I don't take
Oh
any
my
money.
goodness, I know.
I really want to do that. If they send me 6 random things, I'm gonna be so happy because I've been wanting to have like the stream and stuff have more giveaways and stuff. So I think we'll leave it on this. Analog weapon. What's up, analog weapon? Unless you're getting paid to hurt people.
Yeah, like don't accept like don't accept the deal. Don't be like, hey, Drum Monkey's like the best thing ever.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Like don't be like that. Like there's certain things that it's like clearly like, hey, maybe this isn't the best. there's clear, better art alternatives to stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do this every other week, and next week back to regular programming. I think this will make more sense, especially in slow gear times. To just we'll talk with you guys, and yeah. But it's time to say our patented outro.
And it is see you later, oscillators.
See you later, oscillators. I'm gonna make a graphic by